Hi guys, it's me, Pamela from MemphisFoodTrutter.blogspot.com, and this is an episode of Pamela Fear Nuts. I was watching some videos and I came across a stovetop dessert. So we're going to attempt to make a tres leche cake on the stove in a pan. It's supposed to just cook in like 10 to 12 minutes. So I have tried other cakes on the stove before. They haven't all been successful. I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that this works this time. If this sounds like a recipe you want to try, then please stay tuned to see if I'm successful or not.
We're going to start with our stabilized whipped cream first, and it includes half a block of a lower fat cream cheese. The name I couldn't pronounce, so I just showed it on the screen. And a fourth of a cup of powdered sugar, along with about a teaspoon or so of vanilla. And I'm just going to blend that together first and make sure all that's incorporated and creamy, and it'll be a little bit stiff. Now add in a cup of heavy whipping cream and beat until they're nice stiff peaks. Now get a half a stick of butter into a really good non-stick pan. It should be about 7 to 8 inches in diameter, and put it on the lowest flame. And you're going to swirl it around until it gets all melted. This should help the cake keep the cake from sticking to your pan. Turn the stove off and let the butter cool for a little bit. Then you're going to add in your sugar. It should be about a fourth of a cup of sugar, a teaspoon or so of vanilla, and 1 egg. You're going to mix all this through. And of course, because of the egg, that's why you don't want the butter hot, because you don't want to scramble the egg. And I'm using a rubber spatula because I don't have a whisk or a rubber whisk or anything that would not scratch my nonstick pan. So I'm hoping that the rubber spatula or silicone spatula will be okay with this. I'm going to sift in a little bit more than half a cup of cake flour. If you do all-purpose flour, then just do the half a cup. Also sift in about a fourth of a teaspoon of baking soda. I'm a little bit impatient when it comes to sifting, so instead of just shaking my strainer, I'm actually going to use a spoon, and I stir it around to help expedite getting the flour mixture out. And to me, it's just a little bit cleaner, and this just what works for me, but you can of course shake your sifter if you choose. Now sift in a fourth of a cup of sugar. I did my sugar separate from my flour and baking soda only because I'm impatient. I just felt like if I could finish one part of sifting, such as the flour and baking soda, then I wouldn't be tired from just standing there and stirring my spoon around trying to get everything sifted out. But of course, you can put all 3 ingredients in together into your sifter and sift it all at one time. Now I'm just going to use my rubber or silicone spatula, and I'm going to give this a rough mix before adding our final ingredients to our nonstick pan for our cake batter. Now I'm going to add the last ingredient, which is a fourth of a cup of milk, and I'm going to stir everything together and make sure everything is incorporated. Now I'm supposed to cover my pan and put it on the lowest flame and cook for 12 minutes or until the tester comes out clean. I guess my lowest flame on my stove is a little different than the recipe's lowest flame because mine took 23 minutes to cook. Let the cake cool for a little bit and then use a fork to poke holes all throughout the cake, and this is to make the cake more like a sponge to soak in all of the 3 different types of milk that we're going to make in a minute. In a bowl, I'm going to mix together 1/4 of a cup of evaporated milk, 1/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream, and 1/4 of a cup of condensed milk. I'm going to pour this milk mixture all over the cake, and I really do hope that this is enough, but I never know if it's enough or if the cake is moist enough until basically when I try the cake, and then it's too late to add any more moisture in. So let's hope that this works. So to finish this cake off, I'm going to put all of that stabilized whipped cream on top. Now, I wasn't planning on actually decorating the cake inside of the pan. I was going to take it out, but unfortunately, it's a little bit stuck. So it's not burnt on the bottom, but you can definitely see where it's kind of a darker brown on the side of my pan. And so it's just stuck, and also my pan isn't the newest, so it's just not as non-stick as it should be. But this was the best non-stick that I had. Clearly, I need to buy new non-stick pans. But I'm going to decorate this, and then I'm going to actually let it sit for a while so that the milk can just kind of settle into the cake a little bit more before I taste this. All right, so I tried to cut rectangles out of the pan to stack them so it just looked a little bit better. As you can see, it is a little bit brown on the bottom, so it's not burnt. It's just a little bit stuck to my pan. My pan probably just wasn't the best non-stick pan, and I wish I would have been a little bit more generous with the whipped cream, because that actually is my favorite part of any cake. But we're gonna taste it and see if the 3 milks have soaked in. I definitely think that I could have doubled the amount of milk just to make it a little bit more moist. And of course, if I leave it overnight in the refrigerator, I'm sure it'll be even tastier. But it's not a bad cake, especially it being on the stovetop. It's actually a pretty good quick cake to make. You could technically eat it just straight out of the skillet or pan. Of course, if you have a lid for it, then it's easy to carry around. So I'm gonna finish eating my portion, and thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. Thank you to the ones that have already subscribed. I appreciate it. And check out the down arrow description box for the recipe link. And I will see you guys later. Thanks, guys. Be safe. Bye.